Let's go.
The
3,
readies
2,
are in 3, 2,
1.
1. Pills!
Pills!
And here we go. Let's do this.
We've got Team Chill, Team Fever. Let's go. Watchmuh out first, tucking in between to clear some blues off the board right away. Interesting sloping board for Watchmuh Swung.
Yeah, Packy's got an evenly distributed board, and Watchmuh had kind of a gap between the 7 and 8, but everything's really clustered in that third and fourth column there. It's kind of suggesting him to vertically clear everything to make it as efficient as possible, provided he gets a bunch of yellows and blues to do that so savage.
Definitely. Yellows and blues, crucial for both players at the moment. And Packie rather, this double red, excellent for him,
Excellent.
sending a really nice cross down the right-hand side of the board.
I was hoping you get that double red because it looked like that was what he was hoping for, and it came to be with that. So that was really awesome to see. But looks like they're both players are making short work of it. Packy down to his level last 14 and is just tearing through this level 8 here.
Yeah, now the question is he going to go for a swung special and hold out until he can get those blues off the top of the board horizontally? I don't think so. But we shall see. I think the play is trying to take out those reds horizontally in the bottom. He's telegraphing that he needs to clear out column 2 to do that. Meanwhile, Watchmuh in a serious situation with all the blue yellow that he needs. Yikes.
Yeah, Packy electing to clear it vertically here. He chose that as the last thing, and I think it's a smart thing, especially since blue was his main limiting factor there. But he's out at a 127, making short work. And again, both these players are doing fantastic, just chomping through this level block.
Definitely. And Watchmuh is, he's down to his last 6 viruses, but 5 of them are yellow. So that's just not what you want to see. As Packie starting to go to town on this level 9, which has a very weird shape and very weird virus distribution in my mind.
Ooh. And then Packy with that cross right in the center of the board, opening it up. He took a lot of horizontals, which didn't seem obvious at first, but I think, Packy being Packy, elected to clear us out in the smartest, most efficient way, and good vision on Packy right there. But meanwhile, Macho out at 213, entering his level 9 here, Savage.
Now his board looking pretty nice here, able to take off a horizontal right away. Lots of horizontal opportunities and double opportunities for the top of Watchman's board, but he is 25 viruses behind Packie right now.
And it looks like he's in no need of reds, and that's what a doctor is providing. This doctor just in the most inopportune times there. He just needs blues and yellows, and now it's coming to him. So I'm hoping that more blues and yellows will come towards Watchman's way.
Yeah, definitely that whole left-hand side of the board, that's what he needs. Meanwhile, Packie needs one more yellow. He can tuck it there in column 2. Oh, missed the tuck. Don't know if that's what he was going for. And now just needs some reds. He is building up underneath the right-hand side so that he can take out column 8 with only a little bit of drop time. Really nice move. That's the kind of stuff you see from advanced players building up as he's out at a 305.
A 305 and that ledge was a really great way. As we've said before, for each 4 rows of falling per pill, it takes about 1 second per the 4 rows, and Packy minimized that to drop it down to by a fraction of that. But as we say that, Watchmuh is making short work of his level 9, and what seemed to be a problem, beautiful sweet tea, and he's going to be down to just 1 blue to get out to be joining Packy.
Yeah, that was a really good finish on Watchman's part. Just really great moves. But what's with these boards? Look at the board for the Watch.
Yeah, no blues
I'm
on the
sorry.
top.
I'm like so mad right now.
It's gonna be
Oh
a
my
challenge to
God.
navigate this. Oh my God.
You're doing him dirty, honestly.
Welcome to the wild, wild world that is NES Dr. Mario, man. And this is just what these players expect to see. But Watchmuh using that blue strategically to minimize it, bracketing everything down, and has now exposed everything. He's got a much more favorable top lane than was presented at the beginning of his level here, Savage.
Well, that's a good thing because Packie is about 15 viruses ahead now. Not as big as the lead that he had before, but doing pretty well here, dropping some blues down horizontally, leaving the possibility of these yellows in row 2. I'd love to see a double yellow for Packie, but he's got plenty of opportunity, plenty of time to work with red and blue.
Yeah, Packy had some smart strategic plays to really maintain a flexible set of layers that he had there. He's electing to clear the yellows horizontally, Just a couple more pills to get out of here. He's going to be out at a sub 5 with a 4:53. Very nice time.
Hmm. And Watchmuh still sort of mostly struggling with two-color board. He's got a lot of yellow, and I'd love to see some yellow blues so that he can tuck them into 6 and 7, and he is going for that. And yeah, it's just such a blue yellow story.
So many
Luckily
yellows.
getting yeah, luckily getting a little bit of it.
He's
And
yeah, whew, man.
and the great thing is that 7 and 8 were ripe for tucking yellows in between in order to get those, and that sped him along, and he's out at a 533. But Packy is half a level ahead right now.
Watchman opening a board up with a short stack. Looks like everything's chock full of doubles on Watchman's board. So this is the type of level that is going to help him stay in a fight, but he's definitely behind the eight ball. This on the back by about 20 viruses. But Watchman making it work, dropping it down, electing to clear it out with a really long horizontal there, and just really opening his top line here.
Hmm. Meanwhile, Packy needs reds, and he also needs yellows, but reds are going to strategically get him to clear the board a little bit better. Now, I'm not sure what he's going to be doing to get at this yellow and blue in column 2. It seems like it's going to be kind of tightly wound.
Yeah, that may be the last thing that he's going to go for. I mean, he's presented a lot of yellows on his top, but yeah, that very bottommost blue at the bottom of his board is going to be a little bit of a problem. It looks like he's going to have to clear it out vertically and vertically just to expose that blue at the bottom.
Hmm. He is taking out that blue horizontally that was in row 3. Still needs the yellow cleared out, and so these double yellows going to be exceptionally fortuitous for him.
And he's free and clear. He just needs one yellow to get out. But Watchman making this a game, coming at it. Pacquiao at 651, but despite that rough board set of boards that Watchman had, not too far behind Savage. This is a lot closer than we thought it would be.
Yeah, 651, just out of the hot times. 650 is the last on our hottest times.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's incredible. Good work by Pacquiao there.
Watchma finishing this out. Just needs a bunch of red. Mm. Sorry,
And it's not there. That's
you
okay. We
know,
did all the commentators cursing out of the way. We got blessing over
right.
here. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
this is okay. This is fine, as what Leviticus
yeah,
will say.
exactly. And honestly, Watchma had an amazing performance in round 1, showing us that the sub 5 dream is is achievable.
I thought it was going to happen. I was like,
I thought it was
at the
gonna
edge of
happen
my
too.
seat, and it just unfortunately didn't happen. But yeah, it is very likely this case there.
All right, so we're getting the resets from both players. We got a ready from Packy.
Watch him practicing his top out strats to get ready.
Those aren't strats we want to practice so much.
No, I am guilty of doing that a few times, and I don't really recommend it. Some people may say otherwise, but definitely not the case with these top players here. But we have a 3-2-1 pills in the second game of these two between Packy and Watchma. Let's go.
All right, interesting start for Watchma. He does have the opportunity already to set up for these reds horizontally, and he's going to get it. And he sets up actually a two-color
Ooh,
sweet tea.
beautiful
Beautiful.
sweet tea. Yeah, I was eyeing those reds there, and I was hoping maybe some reds would come up. But that yellow red was just what he ordered and just what he needed there. But it's looking great. He is making some fantastic work out of this here. Nice even top line, good color diversity, and he's saying let's just take this to a decider here, Packy. He's ready for it.
Yeah, and Packy had a great start to his level as well. Beautiful cross
Ooh,
there. He got a bunch of blue reds to be very convenient for a horizontal there. His play has been very even so far, just taking down this top line a bit at a time. And now you can see there's no spires. This double yellow will take out the center of the board, and everything is so clean.
wow, yeah. I mean, he's got everything all exposed, all ready to go. Everything just fell the way that he needed, and that's this is a paradise sort of run for Packy here. Gonna clears out horizontally and just needs setting up the yellow. I like what he's going with that to
Mm-hmm.
clear it up and prioritizing it
Yes.
properly, dropping it down.
And
But
Watchma
Watchman's
out at a
actually out at 115.
114.
As we were babbing on, Watchman out with a smoking hot time of 115. Oh wow. This is quite the game already.
Yes, very exciting as Packie out at a 125. Now, keep in mind, we had plenty of games in round one where level sixes went longer than that. So these are super, super hot times.
Yeah, great times for both these players here. 114 and 125 is really, the gold standard of what we're expecting to see from a run like this. This is actually really fast for both these, and let's see how the rest of it pans out. But meanwhile, Watchma creating looks like a little bit of a gap in the middle of his board. Just needs blue to really balance this board out a little bit more here, Savage.
Definitely. And luckily, taking out this red exposes a little bit more blue, but that'll mean more spaces for him to work with when he does get those pills. So let's see. Let's see how he clears this out efficiently. Not sure what he was going to do in that column one. I think he missed a tuck.
And as you said, that keyword of red, Packy has no red exposed. He's in dire need of blues to really open it up there. He's using strategically placed pills to red pills to try and advance the board. But I mean, this is something that's you know, if this were a run, I may be resetting this on a stream. This is
Mm-hmm.
not desirable.
Yeah, definitely. Watchma doing a really nice job here of keeping this board efficient. This double red, excellent to expose that blue. Just looking
Packy
really nice.
Packy holding on that double blue, really hoping for it to come. I know he's really holding out, has a couple different
Mhm.
options. If that double blue comes, oh man, fantastic work here. He may elect to clear it up to at least expose it,
Yeah.
which is smart. And he now has a couple options. He can get a blue yellow to set up on the right and a blue to drop down to get a sweet tea for his efforts. Still a great cause there for what he planned out there.
Yeah, really nice big T for Packy. Watchma into level 10 and making some good work of it so far. Just has a couple of yellows on the top line, but good options for both of them because they need different other pill halves.
It's very important for these players to play flexible. And of course, the very final pill for Packy's board is a double blue. He's going to be out at 333. And it's very important to keep a very flexible set of plays here. Packy, depending on a double blue, decides that wasn't really the best play. If it comes up, great. But he ultimately made it work. And this is why these players are where they are at Savage.
Yeah, for sure. Nice combo from Watchma, finally getting everything that he wanted to cascade and take out his entire left hand side. Beautifully done, very patient.
Yeah, that blue yellow was up very high. Luckily, Watchma plays on medium and it was tucked over to the side, so nothing too terrible and too scary to look at. But it was definitely up there at the high. But definitely putting on a show for us to see what sort of combos and sort of magic can drop down for us to view at home.
hmm Now, Packy taking down his top line evenly, he's going to be needing a lot of blue very shortly. And luckily, he's going to get it. You're welcome.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes,
Ooh, and
very
Packy with
nice
that
tuck in the
nice
center of
stand
the
up. Yes,
board.
very good.
Yes.
That's a really tough skill to do and to pull off there. It requires precision, surgical precision. Packy ended up doing that just flawlessly.
Especially on high speed, very nicely done. Watchma taking out the last couple viruses on his board. Notice he's going to be saving that red in row one until he can uh, get. Yeah, he's going to get these yellows horizontally on the bottom. Just needs one more red and he'll be out. 11 viruses ahead of Packy.
A clean end game for Watchma, getting out at a 507. He's well on his way to a really fast time as well to answer Packy 644. But meanwhile, looks like Watchma's going to get in that short stack of the blue yellows, dropping it down, and just needs a lot of red to continue on the board here. But luckily, as Ook has mentioned, I think we believe that the red is the most common pill color that comes up. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
Yeah, we do a ton of analysis, game analysis on this. There's lots of fantastic coders who dig into the the depths of this game, and so we do have a lot of that information. As Packy out at a 542, he's 16 viruses behind Watchma, who's dealing with a little bit of trouble here with with these pills. I mean, it's just a lot of gross blue on top. Honestly, not a fan.
Yeah, Watchmuh had a lot of different ideas, and just the pills were not allowing him to advance the board with that. But it looks like he is taking those pills, strategically dropping them. Very nice to maintain as clean of a board as he can, given that he wasn't getting the sequencing correct for. And it's not his fault. It's just the what the doctor was saying and saying, hey, this is what I'm giving you. Good luck with it, buddy.
Hmm. Yeah, so did manage to clear down a little bit of that spire in column 6, which was a little bit troublesome, built up next to it and dropped, which was pretty smart. And still about 10 viruses ahead of Packy, who has a nice combo down the middle and a little bit spired on column 1. We don't like to see column 1 and 2 have the same color there, especially, but he will be able to clear this out pretty quickly.
I thought Watchum was going to go drill that down. He does elect to drill it down now, but he ended up going with a reach across the board to really horizontally underclear I believe it was a yellow or red, but not the play that I would have initially went with, but definitely a smarter play considering how he needed to advance his board here. But just needs a couple of really basically reds at this point to continue on with his plans.
Hmm. So Watchman needs one more red, and then some big plans will happen. There it goes. Boom, boom, boom. Leave space for those reds to be taken out horizontally. Just needs two more reds, and he'll be out. Meanwhile, Packy really hoping to get that fat log at the bottom of the board. Gets the
Fat
blue
Log was
yellow.
patiently waiting for that, but it might be a little bit too late as Watchman's out at a 740, but just a blue red was something that just wouldn't come from Packy's side. At a 749 versus Watchman's 740. GG's to both players. Oh my god.
Hmm. And this is exactly what we want to see for a last match. And between these two players, yeah, we wanted a decider.
Oh,
You
for
know
sure. I know the players don't, but as the audience, oh yeah, for sure we do.
it.
More Dr. Mario.
Now, is that a Mario controller that Watchma has?
Uh, I'm gonna say yes. That does look like a Mario controller.
Very cool.
And it actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's red, yellow, and blue in theme and in color
Hey.
with Dr. Mario. I don't know if that was by choice or his own personal preference, but it looks to me like it's Dr. Mario colored with his controller there. So that's really cool.
If we got readies from both players. Woo! And
AD
three,
slider. Three,
two,
2, 1.
1.
Use it.
Pills.
Pills. Let's do this. Let's go. Match 3 between these two, Watchma and Packy. This is it. They're both fighting for tournament life to advance to semifinal Sunday tomorrow.
Hmm.
Packy with that amazing horizontal to open up his board here. Really just getting everything down with that this pill sequencing. Has an opportunity to take that sweet tea. Yeah, I thought he was going to take it, but I guess he's going to hold off and has better plans than what I was thinking there, Savage. But does now take it.
Right. Now, Packy just had this beginning of the game where he really was just like slamming stuff down and there made some garbage, but it's already clear. So that top left hand side of the board was a little bit messy, but has cleared it out and has a nice opportunity to take some yellows horizontally down the center of the board. Actually, nice lightning bolt tuck from Packy. Was not seeing that.
No, I didn't see that at all, and he's really tearing through this level here. He has an opportunity to possibly look for a fat log at the very bottom of his board. Gonna elect to clear that blue. That was the oh yeah, very nice there. Gonna elect to clear it up as it is to expose it and attack it in that horizontal direction there, Savage.
Speaking of horizontal directions, Watchma had a great horizontal there at the bottom of the board. He's making some interesting plans here. This he's got to clear out that blue in column 3 to open up those reds. So it's going to be slow going. It's just basically going to be vertical from here on out for Watchma, but he does have a slight lead.
Yeah, vertical is what the only way to really attack there is. Luckily, the double blue is coming at a very opportune time.
Hmm.
Out of the 132, but Packy just needs a couple of yellows to join Watchman in the level 9 as well.
Hmm. And Watchma working on a lot of red. You saw him thinking about different horizontal plans. This double red going to be exactly what he needs to get those plans going. Very nicely done to start the level.
Wonderful. And dropping everything down to make everything as diverse as he possibly can here. Takes that yellow horizontal to have some more options if he chooses. And things looking good for Watchmuh. Did you even know there's a couple of messiness happening in columns 3 and 4?
Yeah, I don't know if that was a misdrop in columns 3 and 4 or a misflip, but we shall see. And he's about 4 viruses ahead of Packy right now, who's dealing with a sloping board and tearing it down, but is going to just need blue and yellow in short order.
Yeah, Packy was prioritizing these pills. They're going to drop everything down. He's maintaining a very flat board, which is really nice to see. I think it gives a lot of options to attack things and minimize the drop time. So Packy doing that just wonderfully. Meanwhile, the blues in column 3 seems to be the only piece of garbage for Watchman's side. You will
Hmm.
have to address that eventually, but we'll see when he decides to do that.
Yeah, it's interesting because he is going to have to use his blues on that column 1. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to keep any forward momentum on the other colors. And it's tough because blue is also what he needs. So using that double blue to clear open that column 3 seems like a good play. And things are really open for Watchma.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that placement of pills that he went with that. Looks like he's going to elect to clear up the blue. If he decides to take that red horizontal, the rest of the red will fall down. Oh, I'm sorry, my math is a little off here. And with the math teacher in front, I apologize at that one as well. But
That's all
meanwhile,
right.
Packy was a
Nice.
D sandwich, but he takes the lead at 336. Watchman soon out at 339. So this is neck and neck.
Woohoo! This is exactly what we want to see. Now, Watchman's got a lot of red on the top of this board. It'd be great if he could get a double red to work that horizontal on the left-hand side. He's going to get it. Is he going to? Whoa, he built
Whoa.
from underneath. He cleared that out. So he could not use it horizontally, but still had a great play.
And Packy has this really right heavy board here. Everything's just kind of clustered over to the right. But the silver lining of that is everything's so, because it's so clustered up, if he gets the pill sequencing, he's really going to make short work out of getting some doubles and triples. And it looks like that's luckily what's happening with his side of the board here, Savage.
Hmm. I really want some blue yellow for Packy right now. It's going to be slow going until he gets it. He's getting blue red, but that's not going to be useful for long.
Not entirely so, no, but it looks like he's going to take this blue red. He's going to, yeah, that's a great way, tucking that red over to use it as a clear, as we saw right there. And just going to be, a little bit of
Ooh.
a premature drop with the blue red there on Packy's side.
Hmm. Now, with a lot of players, we start saying now that we don't know whether things are misdrops or not because we don't see the plans yet. We do look to their faces for those cues, and you did see Packy maybe uttering a little curse there at that move, but
Yeah, things that shall not be repeated on this stream, I say. But Packy making that there, Packy a professional, really saying, well, that happens, and I'm going to go ahead and just say, look, that was absolutely nothing, no problem from here. But that blue is going to be a little dicey on Packy's side. It's kind of not an easy way to tackle to get rid of that there. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem point for this run here, Savage.
for sure. And Watchma finally out at a 535 with those reds horizontally being the last thing he clears, and Packy out at a 539 with that blue. So these two so close together, not even a virus differential right now.
These two are breathing down each other's neck here. This is exactly what we want to see here. It is going to be down to the wire with the last part of it here. Watchman getting that over here, but his board is sloping to the right. Packy's is looking a little bit flatter, looking like he's got a lot more flexibility, but it's going to come right down to it here, Savage.
Mm, these take years off my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Watchma has so much red right now on this board. No use for yellow except on that left-hand side, and then very little use for it anyway. So he's going to be using all other colors but red to just build up that strategic garbage.
And Packy's in dire need of yellow to get out of here. Both these players have presented similar yet different problems here. Watchman needing the reds, Packy needing the yellows. Packy dropping it down, bracketing, clearing it over. Just a bunch of yellows to just expose the board here.
Mm. And I'd really love for, wow, Watchma with a really awesome tuck down the right hand side of the board, just managing to stand it up after sliding it. Really good moves, and that's the kind of stuff you can do on medium speed. It'd be really hard to do on high.
This RNG is very unforgiving for Packy. He is in dire needs yells, and a Doc is just giving him blues and reds. This is not what you want to see on anybody's side here. This is
Mm,
quite unfortunate there.
yeah, for sure. Now look at all this blue red that Watchman is getting. Very favorable. That's exactly what he needs.
Both players are dealing with a little bit of mess here, although Watchman looks like he is going to be heading towards the finish line quite shortly there. Meanwhile, Packy finally getting the yellows to expose the rest of the board, but it might be a little bit too late here, Savage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking that
Oh, but
Watchman.
Watchman
Oh,
with that. Oh,
he's out
this
of it. He's out of it.
one of the blessings of playing on medium. So Watchma, if that was on high, Watchma would have to attack it from underneath. But luckily, that was not an issue for him there. But let's see if that's enough for Packy to stay in the fight here.
I don't think it is. Watchman needs one more blue, and he's out at an 8:05. He has
Whew.
taken this match. He will be facing Adelito in the first semifinal. He beat Adelito in the finals just a few short months ago. So let's see what they'll do in the semis. And
It's
GG's to
going to be
Packy.
wild. Yeah.